Well, hey everybody, Grooves Blues reviews here, and what a great moment in Blues history last night that all of us Blues fans witnessed. Finally, after 49 years, the Blues are going back to the Stanley Cup Finals, and it's a been a great feeling all last night. I stayed up watching all of the post game coverage and all the emotion from alumni, from different. Play-by-play announcers, and then of course throughout the day-to-day while working, listening to the radio and listening to all the different viewpoints and talking points, and it was an amazing accomplishment to up to this point. To think that this team was dead last January 3rd, and to come back like they have to where they are now. In my time being a Blues fan, this is the craziest thing that I've ever seen. And of course, it's my first time seeing the Blues play in the Stanley Cup Finals. And so it's the best thing that I've ever seen as of this point. But, I think that for basically, who knows how everybody has their own little stories here in St. Louis and around the country and even around the world, wherever they are, who are Blues fans. As to all of the heartbreak and disappointment that we've gone through as fans, as true Blues fans. And I mean, when I say a true Blues fan, I will tell you the reason why I consider myself a true Blues fan, just in my mind, is because I like hockey out of any other sport. And I like the Blues more than I like the St. Louis Cardinals. Believe me, I love the St. Louis Cardinals, but I care for and I love the Blues more. It's just that's who I am, and that's the sport that I love the most. And yes, I'm a St. Louisan. I was born and raised here. I grew up here, but I just gravitate more and I just like hockey more. But believe me, I love the Cardinals in their own right. I enjoy the Cardinals. I've loved seeing both World Series championships, but Blues is where my heart is, and where I love hockey. But every Blues fan, true Blues fan, we've all gone through a lot of crap over the years, and all of the times that I've had to hear growing up from people just making jokes and things of that nature, about the Blues always bowing out and laughing at my disappointment because I took it so seriously. It just you think about, gosh, I can't believe I was so serious about those things at that point. It's just a game. But to be able to have to go through all of that growing up and even being older too, and constantly hearing it's the same old Blues, it's the same old Blues, it's always been frustrating. It's been a part of my life. Growing up, always talking about the Blues, sitting there talking about the Blues with my grandpa, watching games with my dad. And my grandpa, going to games with my dad, my uncle, talking about the Blues with my uncle, my dad, my cousins. I mean, just it was a part of my growing up, and it's still a part of my life. And it's been amazing to see this happen, but it's not done yet. And to get that ultimate prize is what's next, and it's going to be really, really tough against this Boston team. But it's just, I felt that I wanted to just talk about a little bit of reflection to get to this point, because it's just been so frustrating not to get back to this point and to constantly see disappointment, and not see a Stanley Cup final yet in my lifetime as a Blues fan, and just continuously hear all the crap thrown my way and everything that's said and made fun of about this team. A team that during my lifetime has had a lot of exciting seasons, a lot of seasons of making the playoffs, but just could never get it done. And at this point, they still haven't gotten it done yet, but they've gotten to that next level that I haven't seen yet, and that's a Stanley Cup Finals. There's a lot of things that you learn as a hockey fan when you're watching your team get to this point. There's a lot of things to take in, and I've taken in quite a bit. And part of the reason is because I've been going to quite a few of the playoff games, and then also watching these games too by myself that I wasn't at because they were on the road or couldn't make it to the home game. And it's really taking it all in and enjoying this ride so far has been something special up to this point. But as I said, it's not over yet. They still have one more series and 4 more wins to go, and it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. Most people are probably going to count us out because of just the strong team Boston has from the goaltender out. But we made it through the West, and we have a strong goaltender as well, and we're strong along the blue line and on offense. I think these two teams match up well, and it's going to be an exciting series. I have yet to go over all the numbers and stats and kind of come back at you with one of my regular videos to predict this series, but of course we have a few days before that, and I of course got to take a look at some more things, but just wanted to take some time after the Blues win to kind of soak it all in and kind of just think of what my thoughts were at this point. And it doesn't capture everything, but just basically some of the thoughts that I've had up to this point. And man, it would just be exciting to see the Blues finish this off in style and get the Stanley Cup. But as I said, it's not going to be easy, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I'll be back in the next couple of days, Blues fans, with what my thoughts are going to be and what my prediction is going to be for this series, and we'll just go from there. But yeah, we'll just if I'm you Blues fans, if I'm any of you, I would be doing the same thing I'm doing, and that's just enjoying this moment right now and taking it all in, realizing we have made it to this point. And for a lot of us, it's the first time for us seeing them play in the Stanley Cup Finals. For others who have seen it, back when in their first 3 years, and they're seeing it again, they're relishing it too. And if you know somebody in your family or know a friend of the family that saw those 3 Stanley Cup Finals, yeah, it was a different time, but talk to him, ask him what it was about, what it was like. Those are fascinating stories to have and to relate back when you're watching the games, and think about. So anyway, that's just kind of just a little reflection that I had. And I hope the rest of you out there who are watching this are kind of thinking the same thing, or really starting to enjoy this and really to take it all in, because this is the hardest championship to win in all of sports. And this is something to really enjoy right now, and to hopefully enjoy a really good series against the Bruins, and hopefully enjoy a Stanley Cup championship on the St. Louis Blues. So I'll be back in a couple of days, Blues fans, to post my thoughts and how I see this Stanley Cup championship series going, and how it's going to unfold and everything, but just got to look at everything. So thanks for stopping by for all my videos up to this point. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more success here for the Blues in this upcoming series. So let's go Blues!